Get comfy.
It is comfortable.
Nice.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Breakpoint 23, here we go.
It's good to be here.
Yeah.
Landed this morning. I'm fresh off the plane.
Fresh off the plane. Thank you for coming.
Of course.
So we first met at the Tel Aviv Hacker House.
Correct.
Your first introduction to the Solana community. Tell us about you and why you guys decided to come and jump on board.
Yeah, sure. I think that we were introduced to, we've been operating in the space for about 1.5 years, but we were introduced to the Solana ecosystem very recently, this summer, and I'm very glad we were. It was not only an amazing event, it was amazing to kind of get to know the ecosystem locally in Tel Aviv, and to learn from you and the foundation team about how much our use cases overlap and how much potential we have in working together. And the rest is history. We've been we're about to share some very excited news and partnership, and I know it's just the beginning, so it's exciting.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here. I know it's a tough time back home, but we appreciate you making it, and just thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. I do want to say, it's important to me to also take the stage and say that, our team is based both in New York and in Tel Aviv. Obviously, the last few weeks have been extremely difficult, I'll say personally, for me, but also just leading a team that's all based there, essentially, and each person has been impacted, unfortunately. And it's challenging, but it's important for me to be here today. I'm super happy to be here representing Israel and representing Tweed, and being on the stage today. So thanks for having me.
Thank you. Yeah. So Tweed is probably not a name that many folks here know in the Solana community. You're new to the community. Tell us a little bit about Tweed and what you guys do.
Yeah, so Tweed, we're wallet as a service and payment infrastructure. We're really focused on bringing in Web 2 users into blockchain-based experiences and doing it in a very compliant, fully compliant way, and a frictionless kind of Web 2 on-par experience. I'd say we specialize, our technology is fully self-custodial, which means any company integrating our solutions really don't have to worry about owning any custody licenses. They can operate globally from day one, and they can allow their users to hold any type of asset anywhere. So that's kind of like our unique value proposition.
And we're going to talk about ticketing, but you cover many different use cases, right?
Correct, yes. So we operate within a variety of verticals, from gaming to arts, e-commerce and loyalty, classic fintech and DeFi, and ticketing, which is the reason we're here today.
Yeah, so Intel has this Ignite arm where they do thousands of events, hundreds of events with tens of thousands of people around the world, right? And they're trying to build community around that series of events. So talk to us about how you guys are going to make that possible on Solana.
Yeah, it's a really cool project, and I'm very glad to be here speaking about it. I think it really represents kind of the shifts that we're seeing of the big Web 2s. They're kind of dipping their toes in the space, they're trying out, and they see the value that blockchain can bring into fostering a true community, even for companies who are not classic B2C, like Intel. So it's extremely exciting for me to see this shift, and I think it's step one. I'm not going to say it's kind of like where we all see the vision, but it's an important step, and even in this market, that they see the benefit that blockchain can bring to them. And yeah, so the way that Intel today operates, like Josh mentioned, Intel has this, even though they are a B2B company, they have this arm called Intel Ignite, which really holds all of the relationship with developers and startups globally. They have physical, actual presence in many big cities around the world. They are the ones responsible for all of Intel events in huge conferences globally. So they hold hundreds of events a year. They have tens of thousands of actual participants every year. And the way they've been doing it till now is really like most other companies through a third-party provider like Eventbrite and others. And really what it creates is kind of a fragmented experience, both for the users, but also for them from a data perspective and and kind of a finite relationship with those developers, those users, those attendees. So what we're doing is we're helping them revolutionize that, rethink about the way they do, about the data they're capturing, and kind of like the longevity of this relationship with their audience and community, and what they can do with it, how much, eventually it will lead also to how they can monetize it. But for now, it's mostly around, just making this relationship with their community continuous.
Yeah, so the way it'll work is every event invite will be an NFT, right? A compressed NFT, I'm hoping, on Solana. And then they'll be able to see all the events that they've attended, and then Intel will have sort of a two-way communication channel to build community around these different events that have occurred in the past and token gate future things, and there's a big roadmap there, right?
Exactly. The future is bright. There are tons of things to do. Step one is really bringing all of this just on the Intel Ignite domain, which is step one is an important step. And yeah, basically allowing users the same kind of flow or user flow that they're used to. They get to they get to a marketplace of events. They get to choose the event that they want to attend, fill in their details, claim a ticket, which again in the background is an NFT, Solana-based NFT. All of this kind of very seamless experience is going to be powered by Tweed, creating a wallet, allowing them to free mint, connecting anything on-chain to what they are seeing, and then eventually having their own kind of like My Account hub where they can view all their tickets, all their experiences, and kind of claim any loyalty aspect or any kind of utility that comes with it.
So aside from the cost structure, which we know for compressed NFTs is very beneficial, are there other things about Solana that made this a no-brainer to do sort of the only possible on Solana narrative?
Yeah, I mean, I do want to stress the compressed NFT, which is huge, especially from a scaling perspective. And for such company that, we're starting with this, but the idea is that they're only growing year over year in terms of the events and the footprint. They're adding more cities. So scale is a very important thing for them as well, and obviously how it relates to costs. I will also say that we had like only a few months, if not weeks, to make this project come to life. And it's only possible when you have an ecosystem that's that developed with already such infrastructure built by all the amazing projects here.
You all make it possible.
That really enabled us to pull this off fairly quickly. And I think the last thing, which is what I've seen, because I have this direct touch point with those organizations, that the power of the brand carries weight. Companies, enterprises, when they experiment in blockchain today, they care about a few things. They primarily care about compliance and making sure they're not exposing themselves to any kind of risk, which today is not for granted. And that's what we specialize in. And I think that comes with what kind of network and infrastructure behind the scenes we are using to support them. When it comes with such name and brand like Solana, I think that was that is helpful as well in this transition of those entities from being very, I'd say, concerned or more risk averse into kind of leaning in and trying out those solutions.
Awesome. Well, we're very excited to see where this goes. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who will want to come up to you and talk about how to extend this relationship or maybe offer some more things to Intel. So you're open to it? Yeah?
Please.
Okay, great.
Come talk to me. I'm happy.
And for Tweed, what do you guys have coming down the pike? Anything else you can tell us about that's coming next year?
Tons of exciting things, yes. So we're doubling down on different key management opportunities to make it more flexible for a lot of use cases, expanding our payments offering. So if any at all, I think if anyone here, not only obviously Web 2s, but if you're a Web 3 native project as well that looking to increase your user base, monetize your user base in a more efficient way, wanting to bring users from different networks as well and make it more agnostic, that's what our solution does. And I think with regards to Solana too, it's this is use case one. You guys do a ton of awesome projects on the loyalty side, on gaming. So, I mean, I look forward to kind of making this relationship broader than this. This is a really amazing start, and I hope that next year we can also talk about the actual data and like how we've been growing this program. And this is an unofficial launch, right? It's amongst friends.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody.
But yeah, I think that I'm excited that next year we'll bring more use cases and more things for us.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
talk
I know
about.
the Intel tickets are free, but maybe Solana Pay for purchasing tickets going forward.
For sure, I think that as users get more educated, as brands get more comfortable, there's a huge opportunity for Solana Pay and kind of making payments more streamlined with crypto. So definitely, yeah.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. You guys can find Michelle. She'll be around all week. So thanks for coming. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.